Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on a team from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Mississippi State about to boot it away as we start the festivities. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Handoff to the lone back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Spartans come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to the ground with the running back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
I gotta say, watching this guy run has given me PTSD from when I played against Michigan State back in college, and they had a big old running back named T.J. Duckett that was wearing our defense down. He got stronger and stronger as the game went on. This guy has a little bit of that in him, too.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical. And they stick their face in the paint and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
With the catch, it's Marsh. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
And I don't know how to explain that one. Fourth down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Taylor wants to throw. Floating away. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit.
Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Looking downfield on first down. Going downfield for the big play. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Seizing that open space and opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. The Spartans moving quickly to the line. They'll throw it from the red zone. Got his man. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. This is a design run. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Spartans are moving quickly down the field. Dropping back, it's Childs. Trying to find the end zone. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. He'll take it himself. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Sparty.
It's just so nice to have a signal call who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
That's tough to defend, right? You're going 5 wide, spreading us out across the field. These windows become a little bit bigger when you do that, and they were able to convert, and as a result, they walk away with 8 points on the drive.
Not much drives more, and the ball's on the ground. And some room to work. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
They go to the ground. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Now the play fake. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And he calls his own number, tries to go get the first down, but he just couldn't get to it. Nice job by the defense, locking in, not letting him get that extra couple yards that he needed to get the big first down.
The give out of the gun. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. You've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Taylor wants to throw it. Past the 40. The freshman called his own number and kept his drive moving. No need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Booth. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And the Bulldogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Bring in the heat. just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
What an effort getting to the quarterback there. And you think about Michigan State D-linemen, Jarrell Worthy, Shalik Calhoun, guys that would use their frame to their advantage, and you just could not block them. This guy has physical ability. He's got a lot of things you can't coach. One of those is that frame.
And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him.
Turning it on. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. Mississippi State lines up with a 1st and goal. Taylor wants to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Makes the grab. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He'll start this drive firing. Gonna let it fly. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing.
Going for it all. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Trying to pick up a 1st down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear.
There he goes. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. The Spartans want to crank the tempo.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Wants to throw. It's Childs. Stands in and takes the hit. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Marsh. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. Around midfield. Go for it. This isn't 1930 football. Try to get the 1st down. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Wants to throw again. Snagged in the middle. It's Bullard.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
Sends it downfield. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
How nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Just a short pass to the tight end. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
To throw, it's Childs. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Tie game, and what about this call? Going for an onside kick here in the first half. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The toss to the right. Oh, he's got a chance. Looking for room at the 30. Touchdown, Bulldogs! He got a step and just dusted the field.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. There are few things that can impact a game more than the ability to hit the other team's quarterback, and that was a big play there.
And I love the team defense on this play. One, excellent job getting to the QB and forcing the errant pass. And how about the secondary on the back end, able to rally that football and pick it off?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's a heat. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked in.
That ball is intercepted at the goal line. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
When you get in the red area, as a quarterback, you got to be dialed in. You got to be really sharp, really crisp. You have to play with great timing. The field is so shrunk. Everybody's got such a little area to cover. Fitting it in tight windows is tough to do, and he failed on that play right there.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Spartans have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Looking to throw, it's Childs. He lets it fly. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half, because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. They'll immediately call timeout.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
To grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking downfield very late in the half. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And down he goes. Tried to pick his way free, but the defense stops him behind the line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. And this one is perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw, it's Childs. He wants to go deep. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Takes it the other way. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
This is an offense that prides himself on being physical, so you need 1 yard. Just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Might as well give it to him again. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through.
Oh, he's got some space. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Taylor wants to throw it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about chipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires to the middle. Got it. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldog.
What a day. His 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put...
Going for the big play. Caught at the 25. All kinds of room to the right. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Michigan State.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job at getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
Into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and they've got it down to single digits, a 9-point game. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Still a lot of time to go here in the third quarter, but they want the ball back right now with an onside kick. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Here comes the heat. Buys a little time. Breaks into the open. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
Taylor wants to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Under fire. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, this quarterback started taking a couple shots from the pocket. Here's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
It'll be third and long. Pocket breaking down. Buys a little time. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on fourth down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Splits the uprights. Good. Wait a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's check that one out. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty is going to give the offense a first down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Having a playmaker like that can get the offense out of just about any situation.
Ain't no doubt. He can roll right, he can roll left, he can do whatever he wants. He can buy time and throw the football, but you have to defend everything. You have to defend pass, you have to defend run, and you have to defend plays that aren't even called. So good luck stopping this game.
He wants to throw it. They've got the screen set up. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The two-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Childs. Time to take a shot. He's got it inside the 30. There he goes to the right. Once he got some room, it was over.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like, that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
They're really spinning that wheel of fortune here. Two-possession game going for the onside kick here in the third. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Under fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, the hit on the quarterback is why that was incomplete, but that QB is lucky that was not picked off. That is the cardinal sin, throwing back across your body. This quarterback needs to be more careful moving forward.
He's open on the right. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise...
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw, it's Childs. Trying to get behind the defense. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Spartans.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
On that 2-point conversion, they spread the field, 5 wide receiver set, trying to create some windows to throw into, and they come away with a beautiful-looking, schemed-up 2-point conversion.
Coming out with it, it's Evans. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. That's caught. It's Evans. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. They want that clock to run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job on the defense, getting him to the ground for no gain.
Taylor wants to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Throws to the wideout. He's got it, 1st down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. 4th down, need a conversion. You're wanting to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possessing the football. Big 4th down conversion.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Evans. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. The give on the inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Taylor wants to throw. Pulls it in. It's Evans. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
3rd and 2, trying to be physical, trying to win the battle up front. Almost there, Palmer, just short, 4th and inches.
Yeah, and he was so disappointed he didn't pick up that first. He's looking over to the sidelines right now, asking for the ball again here on 4th.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And that lead grows even bigger. So they were able to put up the 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. the pattern. To the air on first down. Fires to the right. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
Back to throw, it's Childs. Catch in the middle, it's Marsh. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Wants to throw on first down. He tries to take the top off. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Lets it fly. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. Just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their heads start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second. A little missed opportunity there for this offense.
The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
The QB had all day to throw the football. That's the good news. The bad news is he couldn't find anybody open and couldn't deliver the ball to him. So let's see if they can get some chemistry going with the wide receiver and quarterback throughout this game.
Looking for the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man.